The man of the series in Sri Lanka now holds the record of the most wickets by an Indian in a test series in Sri Lanka also. He's also somebody who plays tennis reasonably well, and we'll hope he doesn't hit us with too many backhands. Ashwin, thank you so much for joining us. Let's just get talking about the series. You know, you got Kumar Sangakkara out all 4 times out there. That was a highlight, but it seems like the responsibility of getting the opposition's main batter is yours now. Is that the case?
No, not exactly, but it is just a personal kick that one derives out of getting someone like Kumar Sangakkara out. But I think it is very, very important that you hold the way that one bowls into the fact that the wickets are coming, because I think it's just the way that I've been bowling that the wickets are coming, and the way that I've looked to bowl consistently good balls at irrespective of what the quality of the batsman is that's fetching me all these wickets. And if you see, all the wickets of Kumar Sangakkara came as a result of me putting enough revs on the ball, a lot of body into the ball, and getting drift going, and then beating the outside edge. It is a result of a lot of hard work as well, but not exactly. There has not been any priming factor inside the dressing room saying that I will have to go for the killer batsman. It is just a personal battle that I like deriving and try and getting out one better of them.
Well, you're winning that battle. But, you know, I asked you a question at the post-series press conference, and you spoke about how you realized Test cricket is no child's play. What specific changes have you made in your preparation since that realization?
See, the realization is that Test cricket is a test of your character, your steel, and it's actually a lifestyle that Test cricket defines, because Test cricket goes very deep. You play 5 days in a week, which is almost like 85% of the week that's gone, and to be able to play these 5 days a week, it is very important that you put at least 50 days in the bank for a particular test match, because you need to be at the top of your skill, at the top of your physical abilities, and the top of your mental abilities as well. So what happens is your entire lifestyle goes for a rejig, because you will have to sleep on time at least like 15-20 days, because when you play a T20 or a one-day game, it's like you can sleep at 2:33, because that's when these games finish, and then wake up late in the morning and all that. To make these cyclic changes are very, very important, but like 3-4 years ago, it didn't really matter, because the body was young. It was like new, and there's a lot of energy buzzing. You didn't know that you're committing mistakes, so even sleeping 1 hour or 2 hours later in the night actually had a reference in the next day's game. So all these things I've been able to address, and I've actually conveniently been addressing my lifestyle, my diet, my training, everything to a proper T, and I've actually given myself the best chance to succeed before I was actually giving myself a better chance of failing by not addressing all these things. But I think the people in the past, that includes Sachin Tendulkar or an Anil Kumble or anybody, I think they've all done this to the best of their abilities. So why leave a stone unturned? I wanted to do everything perfectly.
Yeah, we did observe you throughout the series. You were very, very focused. Like I said in the press conference also, you were always wearing your headphones, just you know, cutting out all the nonsense. But anyway, let's just talk about your captain, Virat Kohli. He backed you to perform the role of the team's all-rounder at the start of the series. But your 58, it came in the last innings, and that justified his backing. But throughout the series, did it bother you that you hadn't really clicked in the previous innings?
See, I'm very realistic when it comes to all these things. I wanted to do well, and like any other batsman, any other top order batsman, when I get out, I'm extremely disappointed. So that's a very good sign that I want to be a good all rounder, and it hurts me when I don't do well with the ball or the bat. So that's in itself a particular indication that I want to do well. And once you're disappointed with your failures, it enables you to look at what are the reasons of your failures, and in turn, if you're ready to work hard, I think there is no reason why your success will be stopped. Sometimes there were a few glitches forming here and there, but I just decided I should put everything behind me and just watch the ball closely. And because that particular innings, it was imperative that I put everything else behind and started making the numbers knock, because that 58, I think, was very, very crucial in us lifting the series, because on a final day, on a green wicket, when the wicket wears out, it's very, very easy for the batsman to bat. So I had seen a few games like it in the past, so putting my experience into play was very helpful.
Yes, it was the series winning 58, the highest score by any player in the Indian team in that particular inning. So that was very important. But, you know, again, about Virat's vocal backing, he also said that you're an asset any captain would love to have in the team, besides many other things like how it's difficult to get you out. But he also said how much of a difference, you know, it has made to your bowling, Virat's backing. How much of a difference has it made for you?
It's massive. What really ticked off for me with respect to Virat was the way that he always says that you got to be the best in the world. Suppose you're a top order batsman and he's a number 3 batsman. He wants to be the best number 3 in the world or the number 4 in the world. So that's a very, very very similar fashion in which I think as well. I want to be the best in whatever I do. I've reiterated it all the time that even if I'm being a bus conductor or a driver, I want to be the best in the world. So this particular fact that me and him match on similar lines really helps. And with him, whenever he hands me the ball over, I can be rest assured that I will get what I want, and I'm always backed, and I'm back to the tee. And that's something that's not just between me and him. I think he's done that with everybody in this series. Whoever he's backed him to the tee and helped him actually come across barriers, which is a great thing.
This is not to take away from India's spectacular win, but to be honest, it was a weaker Sri Lankan side than past Indian teams have played, let's say in the last 20 years. Would you say that?
See, I mean, if you want to take away the credit from what we have achieved, yeah, it's a fair enough assessment. But I don't know. I mean, when there is credit due, I believe that you got to give the credit where it's due. And when you're due for criticism, I think you got to take criticism lying down. But see, if you see both the lineups are very similar. Both cricket teams had similar number of test matches under their bank, and so I don't see any reason why one should actually drive away the fact that it was a great effort to win a series coming back from 0-1. Yes, there are areas to improve, and there are going to be better teams who will come and challenge us in the summer forward. But I think there is no reason why you shouldn't actually appreciate the fact that we went and won a series away from Sri Lanka after 23 years.
Right. Like I said, we don't want to take away from the fact, but we just wanted to ask your opinion on that. Anyway, your personal opinion about the aggression India showed. Did you think that Ishant got carried away?
I think everybody needs to be who they are, and if everybody is aggressive, everybody playing cricket wants to be aggressive, and some people are aggressive from the within, some people are more expressive, and that's the only difference. But whatever happens in life, I think there needs to be a lesson learnt out of it. And Ishant was aggressive. He's won the test match for us, no taking away things from him. But he might have cost himself a game now. But that doesn't mean that we go overboard and actually have a go at him. I think he will learn from this experience. I'm very confident he'll come back being aggressive and being controlled aggressive and win a lot more games for us.
Yeah, controlled aggression. That's the key words that the Indian team has been using. But up next is South Africa. Would you rate them as the toughest team to beat in India?
Not just in India. I think they travel really well. They are a team that we need to be really respectful of. They've travelled really well over the last 3-4 years. They've won. There's not been one place where they've not won a series. I think as this Indian team is playing fearless cricket, it's very important to understand that we want to go for the results. We'll go all out in for winning a series against South Africa. If we can take a positive result towards this particular series, that's a massive step as far as I can see for this team.
Right. Ashwin, thank you so much for talking to us, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, Amish. Cheers.